You think you've got Gemini all figured out, don't you? The witty chatterbox, the social butterfly, the eternal trickster dancing through life with a grin. Think again. Beneath the surface of this air sign lies a kaleidoscope of secrets. Split into 3 dazzling decans, hidden portals that fling open the doors to wildly different worlds within the same constellation. These aren't just dates on a calendar, they're electric currents, cosmic riddles, and windswept destinies that twist Gemini into a trio of breathtaking archetypes. But let's not stop there, oh no. We're only scratching the surface of this celestial whirlwind. Imagine a universe where words spin like tornadoes, where thoughts crackle like lightning across a midnight sky, where every breath is a gust of pure, untamed possibility. That's Gemini unveiled, raw and unfiltered, a symphony of chaos and brilliance waiting to sweep you off your feet. The first decan will leave you gasping in awe, as if you've stumbled into a storm of stardust and emerged wide-eyed and changed. The second will set your mind ablaze, a bonfire of ideas roaring to life until you're dizzy with its heat. And the third? Oh, I swear you'll never see Gemini the same way again. It's a plunge into a cosmic abyss where shadows dance with light. And you'll come up clutching truths you didn't know you needed. Picture this, a storm of laughter crashing into a quiet abyss. A spark of genius igniting a wildfire of chaos. A hurricane of wit tearing through the mundane until the world feels electric and alive. Each decan is a universe unto itself, pulsing with its own rhythm, its own heartbeat, its own wild, untethered soul. But here's the kicker, Gemini isn't just a sign, it's a call to adventure. A dare to peel back the layers and find the piece of this puzzle that's you. Are you ready to step into the wind? To let it whip through your hair and rattle your bones until you're screaming with exhilaration? Then shout your birth date in the comments below. I'm practically vibrating with excitement to know who you are. Which of these radiant spirits you embody? I'm itching to hear your story, to see your spark light up this cosmic dance. So, buckle up, brace yourself, and hold on tight, because we're about to dive headfirst into an adventure that'll flip your world upside down and leave you breathless, starry-eyed, and begging for more. Type 3, the Cosmic Dreamer, June 11th to June 20th. Ruled by Uranus. Born under the electric hum of Uranus, the planet of rebellion and revelation. These Geminis are the wildcards of the Zodiac, unpredictable, untamed, and unapologetic. They don't just walk through life, they tear through it like a comet blazing across a pitch-black sky, leaving trails of mystery and mayhem in their wake. These are the souls who defy gravity, who laugh in the face of rules, who dance on the razor's edge between genius and madness, and oh, how they shine. Picture a lone figure standing on the edge of a cliff, staring into a sky shredded by lightning. The wind howls, a banshee's wail ripping through the void, tugging at their hair, their clothes, their very essence. Their ideas flicker like dying stars, beautiful, fragile, lost in the chaos of their own brilliance, scattered across a universe that doesn't know how to hold them. These are the Geminis who felt the sting of being misunderstood, their eccentric thoughts mocked as too much or too strange, their wild dreams trampled by small minds who fear the unknown. They've wandered in the shadows of doubt, barefoot on jagged stones, their hearts bruised by rejection, their voices trembling in the dark. They've stumbled, tripped over their own restless mind, lost in a labyrinth of what-ifs, wondering if they'll ever find a place to land, if the world will ever catch up to the wildfire raging inside them. But wait, there's a spark. A single breath of defiance cuts through the storm. Sharp as a blade, fierce as a war cry. The air crackles, the ground trembles, and from the ashes of uncertainty rises a vision, a whisper of something extraordinary. A thread of light in the endless night. They blink, and the fog lifts, they squint. And suddenly the horizon cracks open with possibility. A jagged tear in the fabric of reality spilling golden promise. Their pulse quickens, their chest heaves, they're not done yet. Not by a long shot. Then, boom, the cosmic dreamer explodes into life. A supernova of innovation and wonder. A celestial detonation that shakes the stars from their thrones. They're the inventors, the poets, the ones who scribble manifestos on napkins and turn daydreams into revolutions. Their ink-stained hands trembling with the weight of creation. Their laughter is a thunderclap rolling across the plains. Their words a lightning bolt that jolts the world awake, electrifying the sleepy and the cynical alike. In love, they're the whirlwind romance, passionate, fleeting, a tempest of kisses and promises that leaves you dizzy and craving more. Your heart pounding like a drum in a hurricane. In their career, they're the visionaries building empires from scraps of madness, fearless in their pursuit of the impossible, stacking bricks of chaos into towers that touch the sky. Their strength? A mind that bends reality itself, twisting the rules until they snap, forging paths where none existed before. Their flaw? A restless spirit that sometimes forgets to come back to earth, soaring so high they risk losing sight of the ground beneath them. You'll cheer out loud, scream, even when you see them weave chaos into brilliance, threading storms into tapestries of light that leave you breathless and believing. They're the storm that proves nothing is beyond reach, the rebel yell that echoes through eternity, the dreamers who dare you to look up and see the infinite, and then chase it with every ounce of your soul. Type 2, the blazing orator, June 1st to June 10th. Ruled by Mercury. With Mercury, the swift-footed messenger god, at the helm, these Geminis wield words like weapons and charm like wildfire, sharp, unstoppable, and dangerously magnetic. They're the silver-tongued sorcerers of the Zodiac, conjuring spells with every syllable. Their voice is a torrent of molten gold that pours over the world and sets it ablaze. Born under the fleet wings of Mercury, they don't just speak, they command. They captivate. They carve their mark into the air itself, leaving echoes that linger like smoke after a firestorm. Picture a candle flickering in a dark room, its flame trembling against the draft. A fragile wisp of light surrounded by an oppressive void. These Geminis know the ache of silence, times when their voice was drowned out by the clamor of the ordinary. Their quick wit dismissed as mere noise by those too dull to listen. They've sat in the wreckage of missed chances, their silver tongue tied by doubt, gagged by the weight of a world that didn't care to hear. Their thoughts, once sharp as daggers, dulled in the quiet. Their spark snuffed out before it could roar, leaving them to sift through the ashes of what could have been. It's a quiet despair, a slow bleed of confidence, a whisper in their soul asking, "Does anyone truly hear me? Am I shouting into the wind?" But hold on, a flicker of courage flares, a tiny ember refusing to die. They tilt their head, catch a fleeting thought like a moth in their palm, and let it simmer, glowing hotter, brighter. The air shifts, a breeze of confidence sweeps through their soul, rustling the curtains of their mind, fanning that ember into a flame. Their lips part, their eyes narrow. They're not finished, not silenced, not yet. The room trembles as they draw a breath, the darkness recoiling from the heat building within them. And then, ignition. The blazing orator rises like a phoenix, their words slicing through the void with precision and power, a blade of sound that cuts through apathy and leaves it bleeding. They're the debaters who leave jaws on the floor, their arguments a barrage of brilliance that shatters defenses and demands surrender. They're the storytellers who spin tales that haunt your dreams, weaving threads of wonder and terror that cling to your mind like smoke. Their eyes gleam like polished steel, cold and fierce, their presence a gust of wind that sweeps you off your feet and hurls you into their orbit. In romance, they seduce with a single sentence, their love a dance of intellect and fire, each word a step, each glance a flame that consumes you whole. In work, they're the strategists, the influencers, turning ideas into gold with a flick of their tongue. Their charisma a currency that buys empires. Their gift? A magnetism that bends the world to their will, a voice that turns air into art. Their weakness? A tendency to talk themselves into corners they can't escape. Their own brilliance sometimes a labyrinth with no exit. You'll feel your heart race, pounding, thundering, as they transform silence into a symphony. Their every utterance a note that reverberates through your bones. They're the voice that makes you believe in magic, the wildfire of words that lights up the dark and dares you to sing along until your throat is raw and your spirit is soaring. Type 1, the radiant Trailblazer, May 21st to May 31st. Ruled by Jupiter. Blessed by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance. These Geminis shine with a restless, radiant energy, bold, boundless, and born to lead. They're the torchbearers of the Zodiac. Their spirit's a bonfire that roars against the night, casting light where others see only shadow. Under Jupiter's golden gaze, they don't just dream, they conquer. They build. They blaze trails through the impossible with a fearless swagger and a heart that refuses to dim. These are the Geminis who carry the sun in their chest, who see the world not as it is, but as it could be, and then make it so. One dazzling step at a time. Envision a wanderer lost in a vast desert, the sun beating down mercilessly, a tyrant of heat and haze that scorches the earth beneath their cracked boots. Their dreams feel too big, their spirit too wild, crushed beneath the weight of small minds and smaller places. Suffocated by the dust of mediocrity that clings to their skin, they've tasted failure, bitter as sand on their tongue, felt the sting of being called too loud or too much. Their boundless optimism flickering like a lantern in a sandstorm, swaying, threatening to gutter out. They've staggered through dunes of doubt, their shadow stretching long and lonely, wondering if their path is just a mirage, a cruel trick of light fading with every aching step. The horizon mocks them, the silence presses in, and they whisper to the wind, "Is this all there is? Will I ever break free?" But then, a shimmer, a ripple in the air, a glint of something defiant. A deep, unshakable breath fills their lungs, swelling their chest like a sail catching the wind. The heat bends, the haze parts, and the horizon glints with promise, a golden thread of hope stitching through the desolation. Their heart beats louder, stronger, a drumroll of courage that shakes the ground beneath them. They clench their fists, grit their teeth, and feel the ember of their spirit flare into a flame. They're not lost. They're found, and the desert will bow before they're through. And suddenly, glory, the radiant Trailblazer bursts forth, a comet streaking across the sky, leaving trails of light in their wake that burn brighter than the sun itself. They're the explorers, the risk-takers, the ones who chase the impossible with a grin that could melt glaciers. Their eyes alight with a fire that no storm can quench. Their laughter echoes like a trumpet, bold and brassy, rolling over mountains and calling the brave to follow. Their ideas? A roadmap to uncharted worlds, scribbled in starlight and daring, each one a beacon for the restless and the wild. In love, they're the grand gesture, sweeping you into an adventure that feels like destiny. A romance that thunders through your veins and leaves you breathless under a sky of endless possibility. In life, they're the entrepreneurs, the pioneers, building legacies from sheer willpower, stacking stones of ambition into monuments that defy time. Their power? An optimism that shatters limits. A faith so fierce it cracks the earth open and plants seeds where nothing grew before. Their downfall? A hunger for more that sometimes blinds them to what's already theirs. A restless chase that risks leaving treasures unclaimed in the dust. You'll shout with joy, roar from the depths of your soul, as they turn dust into diamonds. Their every move a testament to the unbreakable, the untamed, the unstoppable. They're the spark that reminds you the sky's not the limit. It's the starting line, a blazing call to rise, to run, to claim your own radiant destiny with every fiber of your being. The grand finale. From the radiant Trailblazer's blazing dawn, a sunrise that scorches the earth and ignites the day with golden fury, to the blazing Orator's electric crescendo. A symphony of words that crackles like thunder and hums with the pulse of 1,000 storms. And the cosmic dreamer's starry abyss, a vast, shimmering void where chaos and brilliance collide in a dance of eternal light. Gemini is a trinity of brilliance, each type a thread in a tapestry of wind, wit, and wonder. This isn't just a zodiac sign, it's a living, breathing gale of possibility, a whirlwind woven from the sparks of 3 untamed souls. Picture it, a canvas stretched across the sky, splashed with colors no one dared to dream, stitched with gusts of laughter, lightning bolts of genius, and the soft glow of untouchable stars. These Geminis don't just exist, they thrive. They defy. They paint the universe with strokes so bold they rewrite the rules of what it means to be alive. Can you feel the breeze of your own spirit stirring? That restless whisper in your chest? That itch in your bones? It's the call of the wind. The echo of these 3 archetypes rattling your cage and begging you to break free. These Geminis teach us that life is a canvas. And you're the artist. Paint it bold. Paint it wild. Paint it you. Grab the brush of your soul. Dip it in the hues of your wildest dreams. And fling it at the world until it drips with your essence, unapologetic. Untamed, unstoppable. You're not here to fade into the background, you're here to blaze. To sing, to soar until the heavens themselves take notice. Gemini isn't just a sign, it's a revolution. And you're invited to the uprising. If these stories set your curiosity ablaze, if they've lit a fire in your veins that won't quit, then come join me over at Zodiac Wisdom on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, and every week, I'll bring you fresh gusts of cosmic fire to light up your world, tales that whirl like tempests, insights that spark like lightning, and inspiration that roars like a jet stream. Drop your birth date below, shout it loud, tell me who you are, and let's soar into the next video together. Hand in hand, heart to heart, riding the winds of wonder until we're breathless and beaming. I'm dying to know which Gemini you are. Which thread of this tapestry you'll claim as your own, so don't hold back. Let me hear your voice. So, what are you waiting for? The sky's cracking open, the storm's brewing, and your moment is now. Hit subscribe, unleash your inner Gemini, let it roar. Let it fly, let it burn, and let's ride the winds of wonder together. Starting right this second, the universe is watching, the canvas is yours, seize it. And let's make magic that echoes through the ages.